Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. In this video I'm going to be reviewing another Fiddlerman violin, and in total I'm going to be reviewing all 6 of the Fiddlerman violins, as well as doing 3 comparison videos as well for you all. All of those videos are going to be linked underneath each and every video, including this one, as and when they become available in the next coming weeks. I'm going to be reviewing is this one, and it is the Fiddlerman Soloist Violin, and it is priced at $1,399 US. So this Soloist Violin comes in at number 6 out of the 6 Fiddlerman violins in the series, and this is the most expensive of all of them. So as with the other violins, this comes completely playable out the box. You will see a clip of the violin case, and inside the violin case, and what it comes with, and how it's going to come when it's shipped to you. The bridge is already set up, everything is already set up for you. It's even kind of partially tuned for you, so you may have to do a little bit of tuning. What violin doesn't need tuning? And the only other thing that you'll have to do is rosin the bow, as you would have to do anyway. The bow that you get is this one, and this is the Fiddlerman's custom art and weight distribution with high quality Siberian horsehair and extremely durable carbon fiber composite. So this is a carbon fiber bow. It's a very good bow. It feels very nice. I would say it is a nice level to suit the quality of the violin, and I don't think you're going to have any trouble doing any of the technical kind of aspects that you might be doing on the violin. Sauterlo bowing, spiccato, staccato, anything like this, especially dynamics as well. I don't think you're going to have a problem. So weight wise, this feels very nice, and it feels very nice and comfortable as well. I will have some technical specs coming up on the screen now for you to have a little kind of quick little glance, but if you want to have a further look at the technical specs of this violin and what it comes with, etc., then head over to the link underneath this video, which will take you directly to the Fiddlerman website, to the Soloist Violin, so you can have a little look in more detail at what it comes with and that kind of thing. Okay, demonstration time. So before I get into the demonstration, I just want to mention that I have done nothing extra to this violin. I haven't added anything, I haven't fiddled about with it. All I've done is get the violin out of the box, give it a little tune, put rosin on the bow, and that's absolutely it. I haven't done anything to the recording either, so literally what you hear on the video is what you are going to get. I want to also add as well that the 3 pieces that I'm going to be playing are the same 3 pieces that I've been playing throughout all of the violin videos reviews. After I have reviewed all 6 of the Fiddlerman violins, what I will be doing is putting together a little montage of all the demonstrations, so you can hear all of the pieces literally back to back, side by side, which I think will be easier for you to compare the sound of each violin. So that my thoughts and opinions on this are very high actually. I really like this violin. I think this violin is definitely worth the money, and you can tell that it's worth the money. I'm not sure how much that comes across in the actual performance and everything. I think more will come across when you physically got the violin in your hand. But for me, I feel that this is very, very well made. I literally can't fault this violin. It feels nice. Unlike some of the entry-level violins, some of them can feel a lot heavier. They feel a lot more awkward, a little bit more cumbersome in the hand. This feels really nice. When you're sort of touching it, it feels really nice. And that's really important, because when you've got a violin on your neck and you're playing it, it's important that it does feel really nice and it's nice and smooth. What I particularly like is the neck of the violin as well. So someone that's got this violin is going to be moving into positions, and it's nice because it feels nice moving into position, so it's very smooth, doesn't feel very rough. I don't feel hindered moving into positions. You could see I was using a lot of, going up into a lot of the higher positions, and that felt really nice and smooth. The peg box is really nice. As you may have noticed, there's only one fine tuner. On more advanced violins, you only ever get one fine tuner for the E string, simply because the E string is very, very thin. So you shouldn't really use the peg to tune the E string all the time. You should use the fine tuner. The other thing as well with tuning, and I think perhaps that comes from more of a professional standpoint, in my opinion, I find that it's a lot easier and a lot nicer to tune from the pegs. I feel like I can get a much more accurate tuning if I use the pegs than if I use the fine tuners. I know that might sound a little bit daft. The fine tuners would tune more finely, but I feel like I can do that better with a peg, because I'm moving the peg up and down as I'm playing. So when I'm tuning, I'm like this, so I'm going to be bowing and I'm going to be tuning at the same time. So you get the idea with that. It's much easier for me to bow and tune more finely with the peg. So you've got a nice d'Espierre bridge on here, as you would expect, and the angle of the bridge is very, very nice as well. I noticed that the angle of the bridge goes down quite low at the E string. Everything is as you would expect for a $1,400 violin. The whole outfit is very smooth and clear and seamless to play on. The strings aren't taking much getting used to. I feel like I don't have to work very hard to get a good sound out of the violin. It plays very strongly on the lower register, for example on the G string, which is why I chose that specific piece, and also the last one I played, which is on the E string. I can get a really good, strong, powerful sound. So the difference between the more advanced violins like this and perhaps definitely the more entry-level violins and the intermediate violins is the width of sound that you can get from this. And what I mean by that is that the more entry-level violins are nice to play. So you get them out of the box, they're great. They're not heavy, they're set up well, minimal scratch, they're good to go, great. With these ones, you get all of that as standard, but also what you're paying for is the width of sound that you can get out of this, meaning that the harder you want to play, or the more complicated you want to play, or the more technical pieces you want to play, this violin will live up to that. This violin will give you the scope to be able to play all those much bigger pieces that you want to play, because it's able to respond to that. With the entry-level violins, you don't get that, because they're not quite so responsive on the G, and they're not so responsive on the E and in the middle register, which is absolutely fine, because you're not going to be playing those types of pieces at that level anyway. When you get to a more intermediate advanced level, those are the types of pieces that you are going to be playing, and this is where something like this violin would come in. And in conclusion, I think this violin is for anybody really. I think even if you are a beginner and you've got the money to spend, I think there'd be nothing wrong in getting this. You certainly wouldn't ever have to upgrade at all. But I think mostly, this would be for someone who wants to take it a little bit more seriously. Somebody who's been playing for maybe 4 or 5 years, wants to upgrade to that last violin that they pretty much want to buy. This would be a good choice for that. I don't think you would probably feel any need to further upgrade from something like this. So I think if you are an intermediate player, this would be a more advanced violin, and this would be the violin for you if this is something that you wanted to take further. I also think if you are an advanced player and you are not playing on the kind of instrument that you should be playing on, then this would be a very good instrument to upgrade to as well. As you can hear from the demonstrations, I was really pushing it with the pieces. The pieces I chose are very, even though they were small segments, they are very technically advanced pieces. This could cope perfectly fine with them. I would be very confident in saying that anybody who's advanced, playing those advanced type pieces, would not have a problem playing this violin. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this violin video review. Don't forget to check out all the other reviews and comparison videos. They will be linked directly underneath this video, as well as all the links to purchase a violin and any other links. All the good stuff will be directly underneath this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.